lot of us feel like we're not so qualified to be good devotees. We have bad past, sinful past, done a lot of bad things. And sometimes it's discouraging. And we think, how can I be Krishna conscious? I'm struggling now. I've done so many bad things. And I want to read something from Srila Prabhupada that teaches or shows us that we don't need those qualifications, but one qualification we need, and that qualification we all potentially have. And this is from Purport 4:21-23. One does not need to become like Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lord Chaitanya, Ramanuja, whose capabilities are certainly far above ours. Anyone can become successful in devotional service, provided he displays no duplicity. Duplicity means externally I'm acting one way, like I'm a great devotee. Internally I'm materially motivated. I'm trying to get something from my service. It is explained here, one must be very frank and open-minded. Amayinaha. To be situated in a lower status of life is not a disqualification for devotional service. He must be open, frank, and free from reservations. The only qualification is that whether one is a Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, or Shudra, the only qualification, he must be open, frank, and free from reservations. The only qualification. Now, what's interesting about being open, frank, and free from reservations, which Prabhupada is basically summarizing what it means to be an honest devotee without duplicity. The interesting thing about it is that anyone can do this. Anyone can honestly serve Krishna. You can do it. I can do it. Anyone can do it. Without reservation, without material motivation, without trying to get something. We have that control. So despite all the disqualifications from the past, which we can't change, Prabhupada is saying, those are not disqualifications, because you only need one qualification, which is to be open, frank, and free from reservation, which just means you serve Krishna to please him, not to get something from him. You serve Guru to please him. You serve Prabhupada to please him. We all can do that. Then, by performing his particular occupational duty under the guidance of a proper spiritual master, he can achieve the highest success in life. If one engages himself seriously in devotional service, working with body, mind, and intelligence, he's sure to be successful, going home back to Godhead. Now, he's sure to be successful. Then at the end of this sentence, there's no except if he is this, or except if she was that, or except if he or she did this or that, or thinks like this. None of that. Prabhupada's not making a qualified statement that this is only true under specific circumstances. He is saying if one engages himself seriously in devotional service, working with body, mind, intelligence, he's sure to be successful. And we go back to the beginning of the purport. If he is not duplicitous, if he's honest, if he's straightforward, Krishna, what you see is what you get. I'm not trying to fool you or fool anyone or fool myself, which we can be quite good at doing. But I'm just trying to serve you honestly. So I think this is important, especially for those of us who feel like, well, I'm not really pure and I'm not really qualified. And that may be true, but that's not what Krishna's looking at. He's looking at your sincerity to serve him, which you can manifest. At any level of bhakti, you can manifest sincerity, and by manifesting that, that becomes your qualification, and therefore you give yourself the qualification for bhakti by being sincere. You don't have to get the qualification. You manifest it by your own honesty and sincerity. So you have potentially the qualification to be successful. It's in your hands, and you manifest it. Hare Krishna.